What happened?
Oh, strained my back.
I know what'll help.
Fitness lying down.
Good advice.
I am filming this session, this episode of Kettlebells and Coffee here in Las Vegas. I just recently landed here today. You might be asking yourself, why are you doing this in Las Vegas? I mean, what was wrong with lacrosse, right? Well, the thing is that we're actually bringing together our DVRT master trainers. We're having our summit this weekend, so I'm going to take the opportunity to talk about one of my favorite movement patterns that everybody gets wrong. I haven't seen so many people so scared in the gym to perform this movement pattern before. I've seen people brought to tears. I've seen people say, my doctor said, I can't do this exercise anymore. I can't do this movement anymore because it's going to hurt my back. And that movement that I'm talking about today is the hip hinge. What is the hip hinge? Well, the hip hinge is any time that you have to bend over to pick something up, right? How many times do people get injured because they bend over to pick up something that's relatively light, but all of a sudden, there goes their back? And I know that feeling because that's happened to me personally 3 times in my life. And why did that happen? I wasn't ready. I was so gym strong, right? I could deadlift so much weight, I could squat so much weight, I could bench press so much weight. My core wasn't strong enough. I had all this, what I thought was core strength, but all those ab crunches did not serve me well. When we teach people at Fitness Lying Down how to do the hip hinge, we use that DVRT system. That's what jacks me up. That's why I'm here, is that it's such a systematic approach that we build people up into these progressions. Because I'm going to tell you right now, and you probably understand this, that when I am in the real world and I go to bend over to pick something up, most likely it doesn't have this nice shiny handle, the weight's not evenly distributed, I'm not in this perfectly balanced environment. I'm usually stepping over to the side, trying to lift something up over there. I'm trying to reach forward to get a kid that's not coming to me, right?
Good advice.
So I'm going to give you a little thing of how we do things at Fitness Lying Down. Is yes, we start with the deadlift. The deadlift's a basic exercise. We've got our feet shoulder width apart. We're using both hands on that ultimate sandbag for the handles, and those hands and feet are so important. Grabbing on as tight as I can to those handles gives me the lat response. Without that tension in my hands, I'm going to start putting that into my wrists, my elbows, my shoulders, and that's going to make for a weak core integration. And we want that core to be strong. We want that core to be on. So when I'm grabbing on tight with the hands, I'm also grabbing on tight with the feet. My feet are setting that stage for a good movement. Getting those hips ready to spare my low back, creating that tension through my core, right? Bracing. That's what we got to do, is we got to brace. And then we can start manipulating your feet. We can go into sprinter stance. We can start going drop stepping. We can go lateral stepping. We can go forward stepping. All of a sudden now we can make a lot of those hinges a little bit more diverse. And that's going to seal up those energy leaks for you, make you more adaptable. And that's what it has to be. I'm not concerned with how strong you are in the gym. I'm concerned with how well can you adapt outside the gym so that you can live your life strong.
Just drop by to see how your back feels. Good enough to fold sheets. Thanks.
Fitness lying down.
Viva Las Vegas. You're welcome.